Welcome back to LBG Reviews. It's the second Friday of the month. You know what that means? It's retrospective time. Today we'll be looking back on my Terraria video. So, one thing I would like to note about the Terraria video before we get started is that this was really the first video that was giving me technical challenges. So, as the video you're going to watch mentions, I play Terraria, at least on PC, I play Terraria at a very low resolution, because what that often does is, what that does, at least visually for like the monitor, is that the monitor will upscale that resolution if you have it on full screen. So it basically makes the image a lot larger than that resolution would be. And so I had a lot of technical difficulties where the image was really small, and at first it wasn't clicking in my head why that was. Welcome to LBG Reviews. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy. Without further ado, let's dive into the video. Today we'll be discussing Terraria, a game released back in 2011 by Relogic. If you want it to be really simplistic about what Terraria is, it's 2D Minecraft but with more content. So it's actually rather ironic. Every video that I've done so far has been a unique case for accessibility. Terraria continues that trend. On the surface, with being a supposed Minecraft clone, on the surface Terraria seems like it would initially have a lot of the same accessibility options as Minecraft, right? Well, that's where you're wrong, Chief. Let me draw your... So that's one thing that I tried to get really creative with in this video that you may have noticed just now, is that I tried to explicitly show things off. Back when I made this video, I had gotten not like YouTube comments, but just random comments and conversation from family members about that kind of stuff, where it's like they wish that I would show stuff off like that more. I recently, due to having to make a massive backlog of videos, both just in case stuff crops up or just in general, I'm going on vacation or what have you, I've kind of strayed away from that. I try to still show off some of what I refer to, even if it's not directly synced to that, you know? Like as an example with the Mario Wonder video that came out towards the start of December. When I made the Mario Wonder video, although I did not show off the accessibility features of Nabbit or Yoshi when I talked about them, if you watched the latter portion where I had the game audio playing with the video, I did show off Yoshi gameplay. And I try to make sure that, even if it's not synced up, that I do show off some of, the issues that I try to mention, you know? Attention to one button on the screen right now while I'm making my character for this showcase. Journey mode. Journey mode is essentially Terraria's version of Minecraft's creative mode. However, in Minecraft's creative mode, you have access to nearly every block in Minecraft at the press of a button through a menu, and you have an unlimited amount of that block. Terraria, on the other hand, you don't have an unlimited supply of every block or item in the game. You have to use what the game refers to as research in order to unlock the ability to grab an unlimited amount of that resource. So if I were to chuck in, say, the iron pickaxe that you start off with in journey mode alongside all the other iron tools and some of the other equipment that you get, I can grab an unlimited supply of them. Now, Terraria, the tools don't break. However, it is still nice to just have those, so it's like, oh, I'm in a situation where I don't necessarily need my pickaxe. In journey mode, I don't have to worry about, oh yeah, but I still have to hold on to my pickaxe so I can go mining later. In journey mode, it's, I don't need my pickaxe, toss it in the inventory's trash can. Similar to the research mechanic, Terraria's journey mode also offers several unique powers and abilities akin to Minecraft's command system, but largely simplified. The player can change the world difficulty, they can change the spawn rate of enemies, they can change the weather, they can turn on or disable the ability for the weather to change, just how much damage enemies deal, how much health they have. You also can change whether or not enemies can even hit you at all through the use of God mode. A lot of games have God mode in one way or another, whether it's through use of console commands on PC, or even if it's just an option you can tick on for some games. You can also change the range at which you can break or place blocks. You also can enable or disable the spread of the world infection. I think it's important to note what I mean by that when I say world infection though. The basic progression of Terraria, while yes it is a sandbox building and crafting game similar to Minecraft, Terraria has a much higher emphasis on boss killing. The boss progression begins with fighting the Eye of Cthulhu, goes on to fighting either the Eater of World or the Brain of Cthulhu, fighting Queen Bee, then Skeletron and the Wall of Flesh. Then you move on to fighting the mech bosses, which is the Twins, the Destroyer, and Skeletron Prime. Then you face Plantera and Golem, and then you move on to fighting the Lunatic Cultist and the Moon Lord. As a result, there are 3 game states for every Terraria world. There is pre-hard mode, which is experienced before you fight the Wall of Flesh. That is your getting used to the game, gathering up all your necessary resources and equipment early on stage of the game. Once you defeat the Wall of Flesh, you enter hard mode. At this point, the world evil biomes begin spreading. There are ways to limit the spread or to outright stop it in its tracks, but even defeating the final boss, the Moon Lord, will not stop the spread of the infection. In order to completely stop the infection, you have to work with a NPC called the Druid and buy various items and resources to use to cleanse the evil biomes and bring the world back to peace. But that isn't necessarily a required part of gameplay. Journey mode's powers and so one thing I will note about what you just listened to is that this video and the potion permit video that we'll talk about next month, these videos were kind of like a catalyst to a shift that I started noticing in my videos because of more feedback given to me by family members and friends, is about just how much of my video was taken up about going over the general concept of the game. And honestly, I need to get back into describing more of the game because, one, that leads to more voiceover, which ultimately, let's be frank, some of my videos could do with more. But also, just in general, it makes the whole experience nicer in my opinion. But basically, the potion permit video, I end up talking for 40-some minutes straight in that video. So, although I would love to do a full-on, analysis, retrospective, and, go through the entire thing like I normally do, I probably will cut out some of the longer, drawn-out sections of that video, maybe. I'll have to see how it pans out in the editing stage of things. And research system are not the only accessibility features that Terraria offers though. One example that I'm sure you'll see a lot of in this video is that I actually play with a lower resolution than my monitor supports. My monitor supports 1920 by 1080, but I play at 800 by 600 because playing at full screen in Terraria, 800 by 600 increases text size, which makes it easier to read, as well as bringing a lot of other UI elements closer together. You also can zoom in the in-game camera, in or out. One thing that's also important to mention at this time is that, while yes, I have experience with console Terraria, I much more prefer the experience on PC, so I cannot speak on the accessibility options of console Terraria because I have not played console Terraria in a long time. As a result, with keeping in mind that I'm exclusively talking about PC Terraria Terraria throughout the rest of this video. My preferred way of playing Terraria is through Steam, and part of the benefits of playing on Steam is access of the Steam Workshop. The Steam Workshop is a place for player-made content, whether that be texture packs, world downloads, mods, and a whole host of other useful bits of content that can be used to modify your Terraria experience to your heart's content. One bit that can be useful for Terraria especially is a subset within the Steam Workshop for Terraria referred to as All Items Worlds. All Items Worlds are worlds available for download that allow you to get access to any item in the game. As you will see here, one benefit of that is that unlike a lot of games, like Minecraft as an example, your Terraria character is not limited to playing on one world and one world alone. Your inventory will carry over between worlds. As a result, you can go into an all items world built on journey mode, unlock all of the items through research, and then jump into any other world with those items unlocked, and then you can do whatever you want with the world to your heart's content. As you'll see, I used this methodology to be able to absolutely obliterate parts of the world while I was trying to record footage of boss fights for the video. However, one thing to keep in mind when it comes to all items worlds is that it is very repetitive because Terraria has thousands upon thousands of items, and as a result, I spent hours sitting in an all items world opening chests after chests, and you only see a few seconds of that footage on your screen right now. So if you've got issues where like you cannot risk having repetitive stress injuries in your hands, I would not recommend it at all. Tune in next week when we review Potion Permit, a cute, cozy, relaxing game about bringing back together an isolated town through use of alchemy. Please enjoy the rest of the outro while I go grab some cookies, because they're calling my name.
Wait, LBG reviews? There is no rest of the outro. You haven't edited the rest of it yet.
Oh, what's that? Wait, what? No outro? Oh crap. I guess I'll go get some cookies and then come back and get right to work. Hope you guys enjoyed that bit of silliness there. See you guys next week. I just would like to point out, now that the video has ended, I do appreciate my attention to detail pointing out that, hey, yeah, for those of you who do not play Terraria or might play Terraria because of this video, what you are seeing at the end of the video isn't something that you can experience in base Terraria across like console versions or without dipping into the Steam Workshop as a whole and like giving an explanation for what you were seeing on screen. But with that out of the way, I would like to say that was the Terraria video, and also that my new capture card came in, and so expect a video about House Flipper 2 next week. See you guys then. Bye.